Hey guys, how you going? Thanks again for tuning in to another video. And firstly, thank you very much for watching the last video. It kind of surprised me. It blew up so much that it did. It certainly didn't deserve it for my little humble channel to have so many views. And I'm sure a lot of people were very disappointed when they just saw some old bloke here sitting on his chair at 1 in the morning painting his own miniatures, and there was nothing really to reveal about Baron's War apart from the image that I showed in the video of the box set that was shown on the Atlantic Wargames website. And that's all anybody knew. That was it. We just saw the images of the outside of the box, and we had no idea about the contents and what was in it until now. So we've had a couple of reveals, and it looks like it's going to be every Tuesday evening or Wednesday early morning here in Japan that those videos are coming out from Atlantic about the Baron's War box set. And so we had a trailer today that came out showing some really nice footage of a game being set up and the guys playing it, and it looks like they're going to be releasing some battle reports detailing the rules and maybe the mechanics of how 2nd edition works and that kind of thing, which would be great. I think that's a really nice foundation for any rule set that comes out. You need some explanationary or some videos to explain and explore the rules, and so that it becomes less daunting for somebody who's just getting into the game and maybe who's never witnessed or played a war game before, which we've all been there. So that's really good to see, and it's also very promising that, given the high production values of that video, that we're going to see some really nice looking gameplay battle reports in the future, I would say. So that's excellent. So they've looked at what Warhammer TV and all the other guys, all the big channels out there are doing in terms of style and presentation, and they're sort of taking a leaf out of their books and sort of giving that gloss over for Baron's War, which is great. It's really, really nice to see, and it's also going to showcase their products really well. And it's just going to broaden their appeal to people who are like me, not historical gamers, don't have a great sense of love of history in terms of wargaming. My foundations, as you can see behind me, are in fantasy and Games Workshop primarily, 90s games. That's my passion, that's my love. But it wasn't until I saw the images of Baron's War that it really got me into the period, because I like knights, and hence fantasy, like Warhammer. I love Warhammer. So that's just basically medieval combat with magic thrown in. So we'll come back in a minute and have a look at what's actually in the box, what's contained in it. The news is being released by Andy. He's, of course, over at Adepticon at the moment in the States. So the news came a bit later than usual. And yeah, let's have a look and see what we're going to be excited about coming in April. Okay, let's get into it. What's in the box? The most anticipated answer to a question, I think, since they revealed the box set a week ago. And so let's cover that as to what we know. It's been fully disclosed on Atlantic Wargames website, so you can go and I'll leave a link here in the video description. You go and check that out yourself and check out the full press release, and have a look there and follow them on their website to wait for any other announcements made in the future. But we know there's going to be a rulebook in soft cover, which is great. Looking forward to getting that. And there's going to be a token sheet, double-sided. They've got got a getting started booklet, which is always handy for people who are especially new to miniature wargaming and especially new to a new system. So they've got that. They've got 54 multi-part plastic miniatures. And then we've got a hard plastic scenery set. I believe there's going to be 2 or 3 elements of that included with the plastic sprues, which is probably the thing that I got really excited about, because at the moment I don't really have any terrain for Baron's War. And 25, I presume, D10 dice, because thankfully they didn't change the dice system. I really like D10s as D10s, D12s, I like those. as a just a break from the D6s. There's too many systems with D6s in it. Nothing against D6 systems. I just like having something that's just refreshingly a change and different. So that's it. That's all I know, and that's all we know. Unless I missed anything. If I did, please leave the comments below. Thanks so much for everybody who's been subscribing and checking into the channel. That's been great. So the more, the merrier. The more comments we get, the better. And I'm glad that everyone else is also really excited about what Barons War 2nd Edition is going to bring to the table for us. Talking about tables, I'm thinking about now planning about making my own Barons War table that I can use also for Test of Honor. So I've been going to my local Daiso, which is like a dollar store here, and looking at some MDF and working out how to make a sort of a semi-modular board, because pre-measuring is a thing of Barons War and Test of Honor, so it doesn't matter, you got like seams and stuff in your segmented pieces, and it just presents another nice little hobby outlet for me to create something nice for both game systems that are universally able to use. So that'll be pretty cool. And the terrain elements that this will come will be serve perfectly for that, and I just need to get some other stuff. Obviously, it looks like you need quite a lot of terrain for Barons War, from what I've heard, especially with archers or crossbowmen. You need lots of cover. So that's something I'll look into in the future. But for now, let's break away there. I did get a new wall cabinet here, some shelving, and let's have a look to see what I've been working on, what stuff I finished, and what stuff is to be left to be painted. Okay guys, let's have a look at the shelves here. Basically 2 shelves are dedicated, one for Test of Honor, one for Barons War. It was a good place to put something where I could load it up with miniatures to work on to see what I needed to paint next, and sort of just divide all the projects into smaller groupings and then sort of just tackle them bit by bit. So we've got our Otrima lineup here with a couple of new bannermen that will be added to that host and put into the display cabinet when they're finished. I need to do a banner and finish off some shields and that kind of thing for them. I've got the remaining 4 knights to make it the 12, so they're complete then as a collection. And the 2 remaining mounted knights as well of the order, which will complete that side of the collection. So that'd be great. I think there's quite a lot of points invested now in that retinue, so I probably have easily 1,000 points in there now, I would say. But to take a break from painting all that black and painting crosses and what have you, I've decided in anticipation, if I can say it, for the 2nd edition box set, that I'll start painting up some regular units for Barons War and starting off with these crossbowmen. So I've got 6 of those painted now, and I'll accompany those with some levy. So I've got some models here that can serve that purpose perfectly, and I really love those particular miniatures. I know some are from the Otrima line, but it doesn't really matter. I think they'll be just serve perfectly for the purpose of being. I could even make them monks if I really wanted to, monks or something like that. I've got some like veteran sergeants here that have spears, but I'm going to change those out with different weapons. So I'm just looking at some options there to arm them differently. And I've got a mounted. I do love my war clerics with a mace that unfortunately snapped off, so I need to replace that with a new mace and make him armed again. And that will complete that sort of lineup for stuff to work on in the future. Okay, but I say by the time I'll probably get the box set by the time all that's finished, I'd say, which would be great timing. Above here is the Test of Honor shelf, so all the Test of Honor stuff is going up here. So that's the set I recently finished for the Rogues and Ruffians in the last video for Test of Honor. And here's the Unlikely Allies. So I picked this up from Footsore Miniatures, and they had 1 set left, so I thought I was destined to be coming to Japan then. So this will be the next set I'll paint up, and then they can be paired off against that set in some future battle reports that I hope to do through Discord. Talking about remote gaming in the last video, that's how we're going to play it. So I've got my mate Skidge over in Canada who's keen to do it, so I just need to pick up a few more buildings. I've got that one there, and not much else really. I've got a shrine as well. But yeah, I want to just expand on the terrain a little bit more and run some games through Discord and record those and upload those to the channel at some point in the future. So that's very exciting. So that'll be happening this year. So I'm really keen to get some battle reports done. But that's it, guys. That's the end of today's studio update and talking about Baron's War 2nd Edition. So I hope you enjoyed the video and hope you get some painting done through the week. Until the next video, take care and catch you next time.